Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Aer Duffel Pack 3, which is another member of the company's recently updated active collection. We recently reviewed the Fit Pack 3, which is kind of the smaller brother to this bag. We've also reviewed the Duffel Pack 2 in the past, which was a pretty solid gym and everyday bag in its own right. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the updates that Aer has made to the Duffel Pack, how it compares to the Fit Pack 3, and also just my experience using it over the past couple of weeks. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry bags and other gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the outside of the bag, I really like the overall aesthetic. The look here is very similar to the Duffel Pack 2. Similar to what we saw with the Fit Pack, the biggest aesthetic change is in how the water bottle pockets are set up, which I'll cover in a little bit more detail in a second. But overall, it still maintains just the same minimal and modern aesthetic that the Duffel Pack 2 had, so it feels really sleek for a larger gym bag and like it's gonna fit in well into a more professional setting and also be great for walking around the city. As far as the materials, the bag is made out of the same rugged 1680D ballistic nylon that we've seen on a lot of Aer's other bags in the past. So these have held up very well over the years. They offer a nice amount of weather resistance. It is a little bit heavier as a material than some others that we've seen on different bags on the channel. So that's something to keep in mind, but it's still manageable and it's a good trade-off for the durability of the material. And then you also have some very nice YKK zippers with a nice amount of protection to help keep your stuff safe from the elements. Continuing along the outside of the bag, one of the biggest changes is in how the water bottle pockets are set up. So the Duffel Pack 2 did have an external water bottle pocket, but on this version, the company has added an extra one. So you now have one on each side, which is great if you're somebody who likes to carry an extra water bottle, or maybe something like a tripod or an umbrella, you have an extra spot to do that. I'm not so crazy about this change because I did like the external zippered pocket that the Duffel Pack 2 had, so it's a little bit of a trade-off depending on what you like to carry with you. Again, I probably would have preferred to keep that external zipper, but still nice to have this water bottle pocket. I'll move into the one on the right here, which is the one that I normally use, and these water bottle pockets have a nice amount of space. Currently what I have in here is the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. And this pocket also has a nice amount of elasticity, so if you have something a little bit thicker, it should be able to fit in here okay. The compartment does have a nice amount of depth as well, although I did notice that when you place the bag down flat, it can tend to allow the water bottle to slide out. It's not a super tight hold, but if you're carrying it normal, that's totally fine. Another change from the Duffel Pack 2 is that there used to be a little bungee cord in this compartment to help keep your water bottle in place, so I wish that that would have been left here. Regardless, I love that this bag includes water bottle pockets so you can reach your water quickly when you need to during the day. And then on this side of the bag, you also have a really nice side handle that has the same thick seatbelt-like material that we've seen in a lot of Aer's other bags. So this feels great. The handle is very comfortable to hold, even when the bag is a little bit more packed out. This also works quite well with the luggage pass-through that we'll take a look at in a little bit. And then you also have a similar handle on the top. Again, just very comfortable, and it feels like it's gonna hold up well over the longer term. Moving into the capacity, the bag comes in at about 22 to 23 liters, which is a really great daily bag size in my opinion. The Duffel Pack 2 was around 24 liters if I remember correctly, so it's pretty close in size. It's able to hold a ton of stuff. And the bag does tend to stick out a little bit more when it's fully packed out, but because of the sleek look that it has, it still feels like it's gonna be great for navigating crowded areas and jumping onto public transit. One thing that I will note about this bag is that it is a little on the taller side, so that's something that you'll wanna keep in mind if you have a shorter height. Taking a look at the straps and the back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. This is an area where Aer's bags always excel, and the setup here is very similar to what we saw on the Fit Pack 3, so I love how these straps have been implemented here. They have this thick, soft padding that feels great right out of the box, and then on the inside you have this meshy material to help prevent moisture from building up. And I like that the straps also have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders, even when it's a little bit more packed out. On top of that, the bag also has a nice adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. As far as the back paneling, this has also felt really comfortable. It has the same sort of padding that we saw on the straps and the meshy material to, add some breathability. And I like that this padding is nicely elevated. It creates this air channel that's going to provide plenty of ventilation and airflow while walking around throughout the day. And then I like that there's been a luggage pass-through included here that's going to allow you to rest this on a suitcase while traveling to save some weight on your back. And the implementation here works very nicely with the side handle, which was something that I had a little bit of an issue with the Fit Pack 3. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag offers some really nice pocketing all throughout. So starting off at the top, you have a quick access pocket similar to many that we've seen on Aer's bags in the past. This is something that they always do very, very well. The zipper has a nice amount of protection, and then you have this locking style YKK zipper that you have to lift up to be able to open. I like that this also has a zipper garage, again, to provide some extra protection. And then this compartment offers a nice amount of volume for anything that you need to grab quickly while you're moving about your day-to-day. In here, I just tossed in my Apple AirPods, and then I also threw in my Ray-Ban sunglasses with their case. And even with those items in there, there's plenty of space on the inside. I can easily fit my hand. And I like that on this bag, like we saw with the Fit Pack, they've included this soft fleece lining that's gonna help add a little bit more protection for anything that you wanna prevent, from getting scratched, such as your phone or some sunglasses. So it's just a really well implemented compartment and a great spot to toss in some items, particularly while you're running through TSA. And then on each side, you have a similarly sized, smaller zippered pocket. So starting off with this one on the right, I really like these simple pockets as they just provide a nice area, again, to just spread out all of your stuff so you can easily find it during the day. This offers a pretty good depth. I can fit almost my whole hand in here. This compartment is a little bit tighter. It's not gonna be great for holding bulkier items, but still just a nice spot for something smaller. And then on the inside of this one, you have a little lanyard with a plastic clip that's gonna be a great spot to attach something like your keys or a multi-tool. And then on the other side, you have a very similar zippered pocket. The biggest difference is this one doesn't have the little lanyard with the clip, so you just have a simple amount of space for anything smaller that you need to grab. In this pocket, I just tossed in a lightning cable and the power brick to charge my iPhone and my tablet when I'm on the road. The next area that we're going to take a look at is the tech and laptop area. And so this has this sort of 3/4 size zipper that doesn't open completely flat, but it still opens wide enough for you to easily be able to grab what you need from this area. And so you have a nice amount of internal organization here to keep all of your stuff easy to grab and some extra space for anything flatter that you want to toss in. So in my case, I threw in my Levitate portable standing desk, but this would also be a good spot to maybe put a folder or some papers. And then moving into the different pockets on this compartment, it's pretty similar to the layout that we saw on the Fit Pack 3. So at the top, you have a new addition, this kind of catch-all larger slip pocket that doesn't have a zipper or anything, so it's really easy to grab stuff quickly during the day. So in here, I just tossed in my Matador pocket blanket that I like to have with me, and I also threw in my Apple Magic Mouse. So a nice amount of volume offered here. And then on the front of that compartment, you have a zippered pocket that's gonna be great for anything smaller that you don't want kind of sliding around this compartment. I like this elastic material that's included. And in here, I just tossed in a pen and a stylus, which there's actually no pen slot anywhere else in the compartment, so this seemed like a good place to hold them. I would also toss in maybe some dongles or cables into here. And then moving down along the front of the compartment, you have two larger elastic slip pockets that are gonna be great for holding bulkier accessories. So in this one on the left, I tossed in my portable power bank and Bluetooth speaker. And then you can see here, kind of hugs the back of the compartment if you don't want to use it. And I really like the elasticity here as it helps kind of hold things in place and also mold around the objects that you place in here. So this would also be a good spot for something like a laptop charger. And then on the compartment on the right, I tossed in this little pouch from Side by Side, which I've been using in a lot of my videos. This is a great spot to hold, some masks and some hand sanitizer while I'm out on the road. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a small slip pocket, which doesn't really have any padding. This is gonna be a good spot to put something like a tablet, just to keep it separated from the other items in the compartment. You can definitely fit a full-size 10 or 11-inch tablet here. I do wish, however, that this had been just a little bit more padded to add some extra protection. And then taking a look at the laptop pocket, I really love how Aer has been improving this in all of their bags. This is much better than it was on the prior version. So the sleeve offers a nice amount of padding, and then on the back, you have a fleece lining that's gonna help prevent, again, scratching. The compartment is also suspended off the bottom of the ground, so it's gonna protect your device if you happen to place your bag down a little bit harder. And this is gonna be able to hold up to a 15 or 16-inch MacBook Pro. I currently have a 13-inch MacBook in there. You can see there's plenty of leftover space. So pulling my device out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside, and so this comes up a decent amount, so if you happen to have a thicker device, it should be able to fit in here okay. One thing that I noted on the Fit Pack 3 as well is that the fleece lining is not on the front of the compartment, and this sleeve is also not quite as rigid as the one that we saw in the work collection, so that's something that can maybe be improved in a future version, but still, it definitely feels like my device is going to be very well protected while I'm running around throughout the day. And then the last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And so this has a nice duffel style opening, very similar to what we saw on the Fit Pack 3 and the previous version of the duffel pack. This is something that's very distinctive to the active collection. One thing that I want to note here is that you don't have the ability to lock this zipper, and so it does feel a little bit more exposed. However, if you have a cable lock, you might be able to thread it through the top loops of the zipper to help add an additional bit of security. So just something I wanted to note there. But then jumping into the compartment, you can open this up very easily, and then you get a nice view into the inside, so you can easily grab whatever you need. If you place this down and you're getting ready at the gym, it's really a great opening to be able to organize all of your stuff well. And as you can see with the items that I have here, there's still some leftover space. It's not completely packed out. And I also included a pair of shoes that's in the shoe compartment, which we'll take a look at in a little bit, just to give an idea of how much space that takes up from the main area. So I could easily toss in maybe an extra change of clothes here, and I would still have plenty of space. This is also a good layout for holding some bulkier items. So jumping into what I currently have here, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones, and then I tossed in my DJI Mavic Mini with its case. I threw in my Matador Nano Dry shower towel, which is great to have with me, particularly for going for a shower at the gym. And then at the bottom, I threw in my Air Slim pouch. Again, I've done an in-depth video for this that I'll make sure to link in the description below. And then besides that, I don't really have too much else in here. And at the bottom, you can see there's this little pouch, which is where I have my shoes. I'll take a closer look at that in a second. And then on the back of the compartment, you have an elastic kind of slip pocket here, which might be a good spot to store some underwear or socks or just anything that you don't want kind of getting lost in the main area. I don't really like these compartments too much just because they're on the back. So normally I pack everything out, and then in order to reach back there, I'd have to remove a lot of items. And then in this view, you can also see how large the quick access pocket at the top is. So it takes up a decent amount of space in this compartment if you fill it up completely. So just a really nice amount of space in this main area. And this is something that you could potentially use for a longer weekend trip if you wanted to. This is not going to be a great kind of shape for holding some packing cubes, but if you roll your clothes or you have smaller packing cubes, you may be able to organize them in here with the amount of space that this has. So a lot of versatility here. And then moving into the shoe compartment, you can access this via the bottom of the bag, and it has this ventilated pocket. So that's really nice, particularly if you have some shoes that are going to be a little bit more moist after working out. They're not going to build up, that stink on the inside. And so just a nice amount of space. I've been really impressed with how Aer has managed the space of these compartments and still make the main area usable. So on their site, they say this should hold up to a men's 13 shoe. Currently what I have in here is a pair of 11.5 Adidas Ultra Boost, which are a little bit bulkier than the free runs that I showed in the Fit Pack 3. So plenty of space. I was able to fit these very easily, and I believe that, I would be able to fit a size 12. Size 13 I feel could fit, but just depends on the type of shoes. If you have boots or just bulkier running shoes or basketball shoes, I feel like it might get a little bit tight to fit a size 13, so your mileage may vary. And then I like that you can pull this compartment out to clean it if it has to get a little bit dirtier or if it's wet. And then it's nice that you can actually roll this up and tuck it into this little pocket that's on the flap if you don't want to actually use the shoe compartment, which will give you a little bit more flexibility with how you can organize and use the main area. It's going to be a little bit cleaner and more minimal, so you don't have this flap kind of taking up space. So I really like the flexibility offered there. A very nice layout in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. I love the improvements that have been made over the Duffel Pack 2. And if you're looking for a gym bag that's going to offer a little bit more capacity and still just work great as a tech and everyday bag that you can take into the office, this is going to be a phenomenal option to check out. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the Duffel Pack 3 over the past couple of weeks. The bag has been very comfortable to wear. It has a great build quality. I really love the aesthetic that it has, and I'm also impressed with the updates that Aer has made to this version of the bag. And so you can currently purchase this on Aer's site for about $175, which is pretty close in price to the previous version of the bag. And I do feel that that's a pretty reasonable price considering the features and build quality that the bag has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Urban Assault 24, which is a really versatile and durable bag. It comes in at 24 liters, so a pretty similar capacity to this. It also has kind of a duffel style opening. The difference is Mystery Ranch has that tri-zip system that allows you to open everything up just a little bit wider, so I really like how well that works. It has a very comfortable harness system. The layout on that is going to be a little bit simpler than this. It doesn't have quite as many little pockets, but if you're just looking for a comfortable and durable bag that's going to have this size range, then that's going to be a great option to keep in mind. Another bag this made me think of is the Everyman Hideaway Pack, which in my opinion lies kind of in between this and the Urban Assault 24 as far as the aesthetics. It's not quite as modern and sleek as this one, but it has a pretty classic and minimal style, so it's not as tactical as the Urban Assault. It has a similar tri-zip opening to the Urban Assault, so you're gonna be able to access everything on the inside very easily. And that one also has a pretty simple layout, so it feels like even though it comes in at about 24 liters, it can hold a ton of stuff. So if you're looking for something that has this type of a vibe and you don't need the gym features that this offers and you want a little bit extra space, then that's gonna be a good option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the Osprey Metron backpack, which is a really versatile, more cycling focused bag. It has a very comfortable harness system, a clamshell style opening so you can easily see everything that's on the inside of the bag. That one also has a nice shoe compartment so it can work well for carrying some of your gym gear. And that one just has a very sleek silhouette that's gonna hug your back well. It's very aerodynamic. Again, super comfortable. It also offers a little bit more weather protection because it includes a rain cover. So if you're somebody who commutes by bike and you just need something that's gonna offer plenty of space and comfort, then that's gonna be a great option to check out. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Evergood CPL24 V2, which is one of my favorite minimal everyday carry bags. I love the clamshell style opening that has. It makes it just really easy to organize all of your stuff. Now that one's not gonna have a separate shoe compartment like this one, and it's also more of an aesthetic that's gonna fit into the outdoors. It's not quite as sleek and modern looking as this, but it's very solidly built, it's comfortable, and if you're looking for a bag that's gonna offer a great organizational layout and still plenty of versatility with how you can organize everything, then this is gonna be a fantastic option to keep in mind as well. With that being said, the Duffel Pack 3 holds up really well against all those bags, and if you're looking for a comfortable and durable work and everyday bag that's gonna be able to handle your gym essentials, then this is gonna be one of the best options that you can check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think of the Duffel Pack 3 and how it compares to the Fit Pack 3 that we looked at recently. Also, if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company again for sending the bag for me to test out. And if you found this video helpful, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.